Well, hello there, my fellow Wowians. Wowians, that's a new one. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get up to 85% extra experience during November 2024. Now, it's only actually going to last like a week for the 85%, but there are times where you can get up to 65 pretty easily. Now, first things first is if you are online during this time of the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft, you will already have a buff that gives you a 10% increase to your reputation and experience. If we make our way to our portal room in our capital city and we go to the Caverns of Time, this will bring you to the 20th anniversary event section. And if we interact with the NPC right in the middle of the main tent, she will have a quest that gives you the option of gaining another 10% increase to experience and reputation for 12 hours. This is not for 12 hours while you're sleeping on logged out. This is for 12 hours while you are playing the game. And this does reset daily. So if you do play 12 hours today, tomorrow you'll be able to get another 12 hours. Pretty cool. It is going to require you to participate in celebration activities. So anything in the area like the active events like Storytime, Mount Mania, Fashion Frenzy. You can also go to your group finder and spam time walking dungeons will count for progress to this event. For the next 25%, you're going to need a bit of work done. This is because for every level 80 character that you level up in the War Within, you get an additional 5% increase that caps out at 25. So if you've leveled 5 different characters to level 80, you will then have a plus 25% experience boost for all of the next characters that you level up. Of course, this requires that you already have 5 leveled up, so you might not have it right now, but it's a good idea to try get it before November. I'll tell you why in a second. For our next 10%, we're going to have to head over to a capital city or like Dornagal or Stormwind, one of the two. Or if you're a Horde player, go back to wherever the fuck you came from. I'm sorry. So when you're in your capital city or even Dornagal, you can go ahead and open up your talents and spellbook. And when you go to your talent screen over here, you'll see that if we activate Warmode by just clicking here, this enables Warmode, which means that people can attack you in PvP out in the open world. So be very careful. But it does mean that killing monsters and, handing in quests will give you an extra 10% experience boost. Obviously, this is only for the outdoors, so doing dungeons is not going to count. Now, having all of this already brings you up to 55% extra experience, and we can boost this another 30% with some events that are going on only, now and November. Now, on the 25th of October, the Hallow's End event started for Halloween, and this goes on until the 8th of November. So during this time, you're going to have to head outside your capital city. So if you're in Stormwind, you just have to fly outside the main gates. For Orgrimmar, it should be pretty much the same thing. You should see a giant straw man that is on fire and a bonfire that is just near it that you can go ahead and click. And when you throw a torch to this and you help burn the statue, and you'll gain a buff called Unburden that will give you an additional 10% increase to experience and reputation gained. And that brings us to 65% in total if you've gotten everything until now. On November 3rd, you'll be able to claim an additional 10%, and that's by going to the Darkmoon Faire. So the Darkmoon Faire is going to start on Sunday, the 3rd of November. And during this time, if you go ahead and you go to a carousel inside there and you ride the carousel and you get the Wii buff, that will give you a 10% increase to experience and reputation gains, which brings us to 75% experience. Now for the last 10%, you can only get this for characters that are below the level 50, and this one is a bit of a journey to go ahead and make your way, so you're going to have to visit a Wizard Sanctum or wherever the portal room is in Horde. For Horde players, you're going to go to Zandalar, you're going to go to Zuldazar, and then you're going to go to Dazar Alor. Man, there's so many names. And inside the city over here, you're going to this right-hand corner here. Just at the bottom, you find an NPC at this spot. From my angle over here, this is what it looks like, Provisioner Mukra. And she's going to sell you an item that's going to boost your experience. So we're going back to Kiltaris for the Alliance. So in Borealis, you'll just go just behind the main ship, the one that you actually use to travel everywhere. I will show you on the map in a second. We're going to this NPC over here called Provisioner Stoutforge, which is located right over here. It's not on the upper section, it's on the under section. So go around the underside to get here. Basically behind the first big ship. And she's going to sell a potion called Daught of 10 Lands. Now, you have to be obviously under level 50 to use this, and this will give you 10% experience gained for 1 hour. This is going to cost 7th Legion service medals. Right now, I have 182 because I played this expansion years ago. So hopefully you do have some of this currency to spend to get these potions. Otherwise, it's, it's only 10% and it's only for characters below level 50. And that is how you can get up to 85% experience for leveling up new characters of any kind, as long as you do all of those things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.